escape the struggle. How a stamp 4 could be your family's golden ticket out of Nigeria. Picture this. It's a Monday morning in Lagos. The sun is already blazing at 9 a.m. You are stuck in endless traffic. The generator noise from every corner feels like a constant background song. And deep down, you wonder, is this what my future holds? You love Nigeria. Yes, of course. We all do. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. The parties, the food, the spirit of never give up. But let's be honest. Living here in Nigeria sometimes feels like running on a treadmill that's going nowhere fast. I get it because I have been there too. Staring at the ceiling at night, calculating in my head how to raise money, how to plan the next move, how to build a better life, not just for myself, but for my family too. If you are watching this, chances are you have already made up your mind. You want out. You want out of tipping. You want out of inflation. You want out of poor economy. You want out of low quality goods. Not to abandon home, but to breathe, to feel secure, to grow, to give your children a life where dreams are more than just dreams. Today, I want to show you something that many people don't tell you about enough. A way to legally move to Ireland, secure your future, to return back to Nigeria when you are ready, probably to retire back in Nigeria. It's called getting a stamp 4, and honestly, it could be the golden ticket you have been praying for. God help me. Let's break it down together, step by step, just like I would if we were sitting together over a bottle of Zobo and some puff-puff. What is stamp 4 and why it matters? Think of stamp 4 like getting a VIP access card in Ireland. You know how in Nigeria you need connections to move freely in some areas or get certain jobs. In Ireland, once you hold a stamp 4, you no longer need an employer to sponsor you. You are free to soar like a bird. You can work for any company of your choice in Ireland. You can start your own business if you choose. You can even access public services like healthcare, education for your kids, and social services, social welfare, if things get tough. Let me paint a clearer picture. Imagine you land a good job when you arrive, maybe as a project manager, or a nurse, an engineer, or even a tech specialist. Now, after a short period, depending on your permit, you get your stamp 4. With that, if you see a better job offer next year with a higher salary, no begging your boss for documents, no limits. You just apply and switch. Shikena, like every other Irish citizen. You are free like an Irish citizen. In short, you're an Irish citizen, except for the passport. And if you have that entrepreneur fire burning in your chest, like so many of us do, stamp 4 says, go ahead, go. Set up your company, you are free. Employ people, build wealth, build generational wealth. A good man lays up inheritance for his children's children. Proverbs. It's not just about freedom to work, it's freedom to live. Another big thing, family reunification. Once you secure your stamp 4, or even while you are still processing on your work permit after 12 months, your spouse and kids can legally join you. No shady backdoor moves, no endless waiting. Legal, clean, dignified. Stamp 4 is not just a permit, it's an open door to everything you have been dreaming of for your family. Drop a comment below. Say, I'm ready for my golden ticket. I'm ready to make the move. Stability? Or is it safety? Not running from kidnappers, not running from Boko Haram, not running from tout, not running from Fulani herdsmen. Is it opportunities? There's constant light, there's good roads, good products, good internet, everything you ever dreamed of. A chance to breathe again. And the best part is, every year you live on a stamp 4 counts towards applying for Irish citizenship. If you want it down the line, if you don't want to go to Nigeria to go and be a politician. Meaning one day, your kids could be dual citizens too, Nigerian and Irish, with all the options in the world at their feet. There are two major routes to get a stamp 4. Now that we know how powerful stamp 4 is, the big question becomes, how do I even get there? Good news, you've got two major routes to reach that golden stamp 4. It's kind of like two different expressways leading to the same destination, a better life. Let's break it down into simple terms. Let me make it clear to you. Route 1, critical skills employment permits. That is the fast lane. That's the lane most nurses and healthcare workers, or those that are into the critical skill list, this is the particular route they follow. If you imagine moving to Ireland like trying to catch a flight, this is the business class ticket. It's faster, smoother, and you are treated like a VIP. Here's how it works. You first get a job offer from an Irish company. But it's not just any job offer. Your job must be on the Irish critical skills occupation list. Think nurses. Think IT specialists. Are you a programmer? Are you a coder? Are you into tech? Are you an engineer? Are you a healthcare worker? Are you a financial analyst? Are you a chef? And many more. Just go through the list. Why is this route so attractive? After just 21 months, less than 2 years working under this permit, you can apply for your stamp 4. Your family, your spouse, your kids can join you legally in Ireland after 12 months. You don't need to keep renewing the employment permit year after year like other permits, which is very wonderful. It puts you on a fast track to stability. Take Ada, a software developer from Abuja. She got a critical skills job offer from a tech firm in Dublin. Moved with just a suitcase and a laptop. Worked hard. And guess what? In less than 2 years, she's not only secured her stamp 4, but also bought a small apartment. And she's now a homeowner paying mortgage. Today, Ada's son goes to a great public school, and her husband recently got his own job permit too. So they are doing fine. And the funny part is, she said adjusting to the weather was even harder than getting settled down. Is that not interesting? So the point is this: if you have transferable skills that is in demand in Ireland, critical skills is your highway to Ireland. Route 2, general employment permit. I call it the patience route because you have to have patience. It's not easy looking for a job. What critical skill will do for 2 years, you'll be doing for 5 years to get a stamp 4. Now, maybe your profession isn't on the critical skill list. That's okay. What is the biggest thing holding you back from making your move? Comment below. Ireland still has a second solid route for you, the general employment permit. Here's how this road looks. You still need a job offer from an Irish employer. Yes, you still need a job offer. But because it is not on the critical skills list, the employer must prove they could not find a suitable Irish or EU citizen from the job in the whole of Europe. It is called the labor market needs test. I repeat, because it's not on the critical skill list, the employer must prove they could not find a suitable Irish or EU citizen for the job. It is called the labor market needs test. Once you secure the permit, you work consistently for 57 months. That is roughly around 4 years and 9 months. After that, voila, you can apply for your stamp 4 too. It takes longer than critical skills, yes, of course, but it still gets you to the same finish line. It's just the time difference. When the critical skill is taking less than 2 years, you'll be using close to 5 years. And the good part, many Nigerians have used this part, especially in healthcare, construction, food services, hospitality industries, you name it. They've used this part. I know a lot of students that came as students and they're now working after 5 years. They've got their stamp 4. Joseph from Ibadan worked as a healthcare assistant. He took the general employment permit route, knowing it would be a marathon, not a sprint. Today, after almost 5 years of hard work and savings, Joseph holds a stamp 4. His wife joined him 2 years ago, and they just had their first baby in Ireland. A brand new Irish citizen in the family. Let's take a quick summary of the two routes. The critical skills employment permit versus the general employment permit. See, the truth is this. No matter which path you take, all is sacrifice. Either it's fast or steady, either it's the critical skill or the general way. What matters is that you are moving forward toward a future where you are free to work, grow, invest, and secure your family's future. And honestly, if you ask me, the day you finally hold your stamp 4 card in your hand, it feels like winning a championship medal after years of hard training. If you like football, it's like Champions League. It's like winning World Cup, I'm telling you. That feeling alone makes every sacrifice, every tough day, every tear worth it. What you need to know to get started. So now you know the two main routes, that is the critical skill permit and the general work permit. It's like planning a big move to a new city. You don't just pick up your phone, grab your charger and go. You prepare, you pack wisely, you plan smartly. It's a big thing. Jackpana is a big thing. It's the same thing with relocating to Ireland. Here is what you really need to get started. Number 1, get the right job offer. Your journey begins with securing a job offer from a registered Irish company. That's your ticket. Think of it like winning a boarding pass. Without a boarding pass, you cannot get into a plane. Let me give you some tips to land your job offer. Focus on sectors that desperately need skilled workers. That is if you are going for the critical skill, like tech roles, healthcare roles, finance, engineering, hospitality. Just look at the critical skill employment list. Moreover, polish your CV. Polish it to Irish standards. Simple, achievement focus, no long objectives or fancy fonts. Look at Irish CVs and use that to compare your CV and make your CV Irish standard. Practice for interviews. Irish employers love candidates who are confident but humble at the same time. Professional but at the same time friendly. Can crack jokes during interview. They like that. Use job sites like irishjob.ie, jobsireland.ie, Indeed Ireland, of course LinkedIn. LinkedIn is your friend. you get a lot of jobs on LinkedIn. A friend of mine, Chidi, a civil engineer, spent 6 months perfecting his LinkedIn profile and applying smartly, not just to jobs in Ireland, even to UK, Canada, Australia. But guess what? The Irish one clicked. He didn't just spray his CV everywhere. He targeted companies hiring foreigners. That's what most people don't know. You target companies, go and research them and see the ones that have foreign workforce. The ones you see that have Nigerians in their workforce, you know that these ones employ foreigners. And when the call finally came, he nailed it because he had prepared himself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for it. 2, prepare your documents. Don't wait for last minute. Once that job offer comes through, don't let slow paperwork kill your dream. Go and get printer, get photocopy, get scanner. You don't need to be going to business center every day. Be scanning your house. Put for your generator. Here's a checklist of documents you should start preparing now. Like this video if you are serious about relocating, and subscribe for real and practical tips about traveling abroad, education in abroad, looking for a job abroad. Pro tip: start scanning and saving these documents neatly in your Google Drive or in a flash drive you can access anywhere. You thank yourself later. I'm telling you. Go and buy a scanner. Go and buy a printer. Start scanning these documents. Very important. Financial preparation. That's number 3. Moving abroad is a dream, but it's not cheap at all. Trust me. It's like planting a farm. You need seeds, and this seed is money. Before the harvest, which is success, they have landed abroad. Typical expenses to prepare for. 1, visa application fees. Visa can be expensive, so you have to plan for that. Know how much and save for that. Secondly, your flight ticket. If you don't have a sponsor, start planning for your flight ticket. How are you going to pay your flight ticket? Thirdly, initial rent. Most landlords always ask for probably 1 or 2 months rent plus security deposit. Cost of living for the first 1 to 3 months. You have to have a rough idea and plan for that before you start receiving salary. Budget rough estimates. For me, depending on your family size, you should target maybe saving around 7,000 to 15,000 euros. But as for Nigeria, can save 3K before the move. Don't be scared. Some people started alone and then sent for their family later. I am a living testimony. Reducing the initial cost can plan well. Let me tell you about Buki. Buki, a nurse from Abeokuta, moved to Dublin alone with just 5,000 euros. She lived simply, worked smart, and within 13 months, her husband and baby girl joined her. Today they are thriving, and she always says, small sacrifices now for big testimonies later. 4, mental and emotional preparation. I won't sugarcoat it. Relocating is hard. It's hard work emotionally, particularly if it's husband and wife. One is traveling, one is left behind. There will be lonely days, cold days, days you wish to see your family, days you miss your pepper soup, and days that you miss NEPA drama. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Nobody misses NEPA. But here's the truth. If you fix your mind on your why are you doing this for the first place? Your dreams, your family, your future, you will survive. Trust me, you will survive and you will succeed in Jesus' name. Say amen. Amen. Ireland is a peaceful, welcoming country. People are friendly, churches, there's mosques, everything is here. You will find communities, you will find friends, you find new opportunities. If you stay open-hearted and patient. Let us do a quick recap of the steps. 1, you should have a job offer from a registered Irish company. So what you have to do when you see an Irish company that is interested, go and do your research. Ensure that this company has the capacity and the ability to employ foreign staff and is well registered in Ireland. So when you present your documents in the embassy, you will not be turned down after you get employment. You have to ensure that this company has the capacity to employ staff outside the EU. Secondly, key document is your passport, your certificates, your references. Make sure those are intact. Thirdly, your financial budget for relocation expenses is very important. If you start early, you will not borrow. The Bible says a borrower is the servant of the lender. So my prayer is for you not to borrow, so you not have extra pressure to pay bills. Plan ahead. 4, mental and emotional readiness for a new beginning. Go to church, pray for God to give you that emotional well-being, particularly if you are the one left behind and your spouse is traveling abroad, you are left behind with children. Final word of encouragement. If you start preparing today, seriously preparing, your life could look completely different in the next maybe 12 to 18 months from now. You could be watching your child run into a public Irish school building, knowing deep down inside you, I made the right move. I changed my life. I changed our story by the grace of God. And trust me, there is no feeling more powerful than that. If this video spoke to you, share it to your friends, share it to family, so they too can watch and have inspiration. And who knows, you guys will have a family reunion in Ireland. Life will stand for real benefits you will love. All right, let's start talking about the benefits of stand for. So let's fast forward a little. Imagine you've worked hard. You have gotten your permit now. You have your stand for now. That's a beautiful moment. You finally receive your stand for. How would it feel? You will feel freedom. You will feel relief. Like you just crossed the finish line after a long, hard marathon. How? You just rest. But here's the real beauty. Stand for is not just paper. It's not just an ID. It has benefits. It's a key that opens doors you didn't even know existed. Let's talk about some of the benefits. 1, work without restrictions. That's very important. Before your stand for, every job you get is tied to your employer, the extension. They basically own your immigration status. But once you get your stand for, you are free. You are free like a bird. You can soar. You can spread your wings and fly. You can work now for any company you choose in Ireland, in any field, anywhere in Ireland. No need to beg for sponsorship again. It's like dropping the heavy backpack you've been carrying for years. Let me tell you a story about Tosin. Tosin, my friend, a finance analyst, got tired of her first company in Galway. Once her stand for kicked in, she resigned immediately, landed a better job in Dublin, and doubled her salary. No stress, no begging for permission, just pure freedom. You see, once you have your stand for, you are free. You are free to do as you will. Second benefit of a stand for, start your own company. You can start your own business. A stand for does not allow you to work alone. No. It gives you permission to dream bigger. If you want to start wealth creation for the future generation, because your children cannot inherit your job. But if you set up a company and the company thrives, you can leave that to your generation. You want to open a beautiful studio, a beauty salon, you want to start an Afro-Caribbean restaurant, you want to launch a cleaning company, consulting firm like me, tech startup, you can. No employer, no red tape, just your vision, your hustle, your reward. There's a guy I know, although he's not a Nigerian, who started a small courier service with just one van after getting his stand for. Today, I tell you, He runs a fleet of 7 vans across Dublin, delivering from Amazon for Fastway, different editing, and local businesses he delivers. All legit, all built from scratch because Stand 4 allowed him to take charge. 3. Access to public services. It's very important. Once you have your Stand 4, you are more or less like an Irish citizen, although there are some privileges an Irish citizen has that you don't have. But one of the good things about Stand 4, you have full access to public services. Life is already tough enough without paying millions just to stay healthy or send your kids to school. With Stand 4, you gain access to public health care. You can see doctor, access hospitals, and pay far less than private rates. You have access to the full Irish treatment. Education. Your kids can attend public primary and secondary schools. Obviously, all the other immigration status, you can still have access. Your kids can have access. But the quality of education without crazy tuition fees matters a lot. With a Stand 4, your kids are guaranteed quality education without paying huge fees, particularly in Nigeria. Social welfare. If life hits hard, for example, you lost your job or you have illness, you can apply for government support like job seekers allowance or housing assistance. This is huge because in life, even with the best planning, challenges come, trouble will come. Who knows? But your Stand 4 gives you a cushion, a safety net, so that you never completely get stranded. You never completely get frustrated. 4, obviously, family unification. Stand 4 guarantees you that your family will stay with you. Stand 4 isn't just about you. It's about reuniting your family under one roof. Once you have your Stand 4, your family can come to Ireland, all of you under one roof. Even if you are in the process of getting a Stand 4, your family can still come. Your spouse can work without needing a separate permit. Automatically, your spouse can start working. Your kids can settle in school easily. You can go for your PPSN, that is your your public service number, your personal public service number. Your family's life can thrive without the fear of visa issues hanging over their heads. You don't have to worry about visas. Once you process your PPSN, you get your IROP card, everything is sorted. It's like finally breathing after holding your breath for too long. Amina, a healthcare worker from Kano, cried tears of joy the day her husband and 2 little sons walked through the Dublin airport to join her after she secured her papers. She said, "For the first time in years, I felt whole again." 5, a clear path to citizenship. Maybe you are not thinking that far yet, but it is worth knowing. Every year you live legally in Ireland, especially with a Stand 4, it counts towards applying for Irish citizenship. Unlike some countries, I will not say their name, that people will spend more than 10 years, 20 years. In Ireland, after 5 years of legal residency, with certain conditions met, you can apply. And if approved, you and your family could become proud holders of Irish passports. Think about it. Think about it critically. Your kids could grow up with dual citizenship, multiple opportunities, and doors open globally. Not bad for someone who once sat in Lagos traffic wondering, is there really a way out? Not bad at all. If you are watching this video and you already have your Stand 4, also you can place your comments below so that we can learn from you how others too can get their Stand 4 in Ireland and work and enjoy life in Ireland. Let's do a quick recap of the benefits of having a Stand 4. Stand 4 isn't just paperwork. is permission to finally live fully. To dream, to work, to love, to build, to invest, to set up business if you like, to do anything you want legally. It's everything you have been praying for, and it is real, achievable, and waiting for you. Traveling with Stamp 4, what you must know. Now, here's where things get even sweeter. With Stamp 4, you are not just locked in Ireland. You also gain a level of travel freedom that a lot of Nigerians can only dream about. But just like driving a new car for the first time, you need to know the rules before hitting the road. Let's break it down nice and easy. 1. Visa-free travel to many Schengen countries. Once you have your Irish residence permit, that is your IROP card, with Stamp 4, and your Nigerian passport, guess what? You can travel visa-free for short stays up to 90 days in a 180-day period to many countries within the Schengen area. You might ask yourself, okay, who are the Schengen countries? Let me tell you them. Let me just list them for you. Be patient, be patient. Picture this. You could decide to take your family for a holiday in Paris, see the Eiffel Tower, go to Disneyland, without stress of applying for a separate visa first. Just make sure you have your IROP card and it is valid, and you carry your luggage, carry your passport. You don't enter road with that. They will allow you to France. 2. Where you still need a visa. Now, a quick reality check. Not every country will open its doors automatically. It's very important you know this. For some places like Cyprus, for example, Cyprus, I was told that you will still need visas. And particularly some non-Schengen EU countries, you will still need to apply for a separate visa. Comment below, what's your biggest dream after earning a Stamp 4? Is it a better future, a better job, traveling around the world, family reunification, starting a business? Let us know below. And even within the Schengen area, some immigration officers may still ask a few questions. So it's always best to travel with your IRB card, your proof of funds, your return ticket. It's very important. And also your hotel booking or possibly invitation letter if you have been invited by friends, family, or business partners. Make sure you carry those things so that when you are asked in the border, you have them. Think of it like traveling to a neighboring village. You may not need a letter of introduction anymore, but it's wise to still carry your ID card and explain where you are going just in case. Sometimes, we are blacks. Racism can be in play, but legally, you have the audacity, the authority to travel around Europe with your Schengen, as if you have your Schengen visa. 3, travel with family. If your spouse and kids also have residence permits, they have the IRP card linked to your Stamp 4, they too can enjoy these travel perks. Small warning though, if your partner or kids are still new to Ireland and don't yet have their IRP cards, they might still need visas to travel even if you don't. Take for example, traveling to the UK now, you might not need visa, but your family might need visa if they don't have their IRP card. Simple. Just to note that. Always double check visa rules for each family member before you travel. 4. Important things to always remember. Stamp 4 and IROP must be valid. Don't travel with an expired card. Always check. I'm telling you. Always check the latest travel news before planning trips. Rules can change. This one now that the global economy, there's trade war here and there. Rules can change depending on international policies. So always keep yourself up to date. Go to the websites of the countries you are traveling to. and always check. Don't overstay your 90-day Schengen rule. Don't overstay the 90-day Schengen rule. It will cause big problems for you later in future travel. Very important. Let us take a quick snapshot of what we've just discussed. Travel freedom with stand for. What you need to know. Imagine surprising your spouse with a weekend trip to Rome, a romantic getaway. Imagine your kids seeing snow for the first time in Switzerland, go to the Swiss Alps to go and do all those Oyibo skating. That would be beautiful, don't you think? Imagine building family memories that once felt impossible from the dusty roads of Lagos, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Kano, Anambra, wherever you are in Nigeria. This is the beauty of Stanford. New possibilities, new horizons, new dreams. And it's closer than you think. Just believe. Don't let your environment determine where you end up. Your new beginning starts today. Let's be real for a second. Life in Nigeria has taught you how to hustle. Life is tough. How to be strong. How to survive when it feels like everything is stacked against you. You have learned to struggle. You have learned to be tough. But you weren't born just to survive. I tell you, my brother, my sister, you were born to thrive. You and your family were born to thrive. Now, so far I make crayfish burn. Some people have better future. It's just the environment. Don't let your environment change. Change your environment and you change your life.